Hi everyone, my name is Elaina.
My name is Gianna.
As kids, one of the most prominent influences in our life as we grow up is our parents. I mean, they're always around. From our favorite foods to what we want to be when we grow up, whether we like it or not, our parents affect us more than we know. Welcome to our video about how a parent smoking can influence their child. When a parent smokes, their child is 2.5 times more likely to start smoking. So today, let's talk about the strength of generational habits, how a parent's exposure to secondhand smoke can affect their children, and finally, how cultural norms can perpetuate this problem.
I'm sure the parents have a particular age they are most scared of for their children, the teenage years. No one wants to deal with moody teenagers. Believe me, I'm a teenager myself, but at this age, they are the most impressionable. This is actually the time where most smokers start a smoking addiction. It is imperative that parents pay attention to their children at this crucial time and make sure they're not falling victim to negative influences.
This includes not being a negative influence themselves. According to a study by the University of Texas, among teenagers who have smoked at least one cigarette, 5% were dependent if their parents never smoked, but 15% were dependent if their parents were dependent. That's a 10% increase.
And even gender plays a part in children's probability to smoke. From that same study, they concluded daughters are 4 times more likely to be addicted to nicotine when their mothers were dependent. Interestingly, they were not affected when their father had a nicotine addiction. On the other hand, a son's dependent showed no particular influence from either mother or father.
There's actually phenotypic evidence that smoking can be inherited through genes. Although not officially confirmed, according to the University of Georgia, unequivocal evidence has demonstrated that genetic factors play a substantial role in nicotine dependence. Parental habits can affect your child far more deeply and under the surface than you realize.
As we've mentioned in previous videos, secondhand smoke can be just as harmful as smoking yourself. If your parents smoke, you're obviously going to be exposed to an abundance of secondhand smoke. Non-smokers who experience secondhand smoke on a daily basis at home increase the risk of developing heart disease by 25 to 30%. Other effects of breathing in secondhand smoke on a regular basis include irregular functioning of the heart, blood, and vascular systems. These all increase the chance of a heart attack, which can be fatal.
Secondhand smoke is actually so dangerous that even being exposed to it for a short amount of time can cause cell damage and perpetuate cancer growth. Think about it. If only a brief encounter with secondhand smoke can already cause irreversible cell damage, imagine how years of exposure can affect your respiratory and cardiovascular systems. Parental smoking not only puts yourself at risk, but your loved ones as well.
One's parents' cultural and religious views can play a monumental role in a child's propensity to smoke. Countries like China and Indonesia have a smoking rate of over 50%, and immigrants from countries with high smoking rates may adopt that generational habit.
Some religions like Christianity, Hinduism, Islam, Buddhism, and Judaism reject smoking. Native American beliefs, for example, idolize smoking as a spiritual experience for healing. Another example is that in African American communities, they tend to have a stronger cultural value to oppose youth smoking. Studies have shown that Black households are more likely than white households to establish rules about smoking. We learned about how a parent's habits, cultural and religious beliefs, and exposure to secondhand smoke can affect their child. For parents, it is important to understand how much of an impact you have on your child. The way you act, what you say, and what you believe in can have irreversible effects on your child and for the children. Cultural and parental pressure can be hard to resist, but it is imperative that we fight back against these norms to create a new normal of health. It isn't easy, but it's the best decision that you can make for you, your health, and your loved one's health as well. So please remember to stay safe and reject tobacco, starting with you.